Good morning, student. Today we will go for exercise 10B, class 8. Previous session we have studied about direct variation. Today we will go for inverse variation. So in direct variation we have seen if there is an increase in one quantity, first quantity, the second quantity also increases. Here in inverse variation, the suitable example I can give is if the speed increases. Suppose you are going to a place, suppose you are going from Hojai to Guwahati. If you increase your speed, okay, then time requirement will be less. If you decrease your speed, time will be more. If you increase the speed, time required will be less. So speed increased, time decreased. If you decrease the speed, time will increase. So they are, speed and time are inversely proportional to each other. So in inverse variation, a increase in one quantity will decrease the other, or a decrease in one quantity will increase the other. So if I take the example of speed and time, we can say that speed and time are inversely proportional to each other. That means there is the relation between speed and time is inverse. So if I denote the speed as s and the time as t, how I write? Speed inversely proportional to time. So when I say inversely, it will be 1 by t. 1 by t. So speed inversely proportional to 1 by, so not 1 by t, it is speed inversely proportional to time. And when you write it, we'll write it this one, speed proportional sign 1 by t. By observing this, you can understand that if speed increases, time will decrease. If speed decrease, time will increase. So increase in one quantity will decrease the other, or decrease in one quantity will increase the other. In previous class, I have said if you remove the proportional sign by equal to, if you remove the proportional sign by equal to, means replace, not remove. If you replace proportional sign by equal to, if to give a constant, here constant used is k. You have to write k is constant. K is constant. If you cross multiply it, st equal to k. So this is all about inverse variation. I repeat again. When I speak of inverse variation, a increase in one quantity will decrease the other. Example, the relation between speed and time. Okay, if you increase the speed, time will be less. If you decrease the speed, time will be more. If I take s for speed and t for time, how to represent it? S inversely proportional to t. Inversely, when I say, it is 1 by t. 1 by t. If you cross multiply it, I repeat again, if you remove the proportional sign, it's not remove, if you replace the proportional sign by equal to, if you give a constant, here constant used is k, to mention here k is constant, cross multiply it. So this is the relation between speed and time. Speed and time. If you want to note it, you can note it. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this part. So this is all about inverse variation. Now we will go for the exercise. Question number 1, they have said state the relationship between the given variables as an equation. Question number 1, state the relationship between the given variable as an equation using k for the constant of variation. So here constant used will be k. Okay, you will use the constant as k. So first is 1 Roman 1. What did they say? The volume V of a gas, the volume V of a gas at a fixed temperature varies inversely as the pressure. Here volume and pressure are inversely proportional to each other. They have mentioned in the question only. Volume varies inversely as the pressure, means volume and pressure are inversely proportional to each other. So how will you write? Volume inversely proportional to pressure, V proportional 1 by P. Okay, if you replace the proportional by equal to a constant, in both they have mentioned if you use the constant as k, 1 by P, cross multiply it, Vp equal to k. This is 1 Roman 1, exercise 10b. 1 Roman 2. The current I in an electric circuit of fixed voltage varies inversely as the resistance. Here current is inversely proportional to resistance. That means if current is more, resistance will be less. If current is less, resistance will be more. So I varies inversely as resistance. Inversely means 1 by R. If you replace the proportional sign by equal to give a constant, here constant they have said to use as K. So IR equal to K. Take the screenshot of these two. Okay, take the screenshot. Okay, clear? Now we will go for question number 1 Roman 3. The height h of a cylinder of fixed volume varies inversely as the area of the base. Area A of the base means height is inversely proportional to the area of the base. So height they have represented it by h. So what I will write? H inversely proportional to area. Inversely means 1 by A. If you replace the proportional by equal to give a constant, here K is a constant, you can write it. In the previous sum also you can write constant of variation. If you cross multiply it, HA equal to K. This is Roman number 3. Roman number 4. The frequency f of an electromagnetic wave is inversely proportional to the length of the wave. Here frequency is inversely proportional to length. Frequency they have denoted by f and length by L. So f inversely proportional to length. So you can write here f equal to K 1 by L. So it is FL equal to K. You can write here, you will not write here, you will write here K is constant. Okay, take the screenshot. Take screenshot. This is all about exercise 10B1, question number 1. In question number 1 there are 4 questions, so all the 4 questions are done. Now question number 2. Question number 2, what did they say? Fill in the blanks in the following table by determining first whether x and y vary directly or inversely. So first you have to check what is the relationship between x and y, whether they vary directly or inversely. So let me check it first. Let me make the first box 2a. So here it is x, here it is y. How many boxes to me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here it is 3, 11, 6, 22. Then question mark 33, 27, question mark, then question mark 880. So if it varies directly, y by x will be constant, and if it varies inversely, then x into y equal to constant. So if I multiply 3 into 11, it is 33, and if I multiply 6 into 22, it will be 6 to 12, 6 to 13, 102. It is not matching if I do x into y, because just now I have said if it varies inversely, then x into y will be constant, but here value is different, so it will not vary inversely. Now let me check for directly. For directly, what was the concept? Y by x. So y by x, how much I will get? 11 by 3. In second case 22 by 6. If you cancel it, 11 by 3. That means it varies directly. It varies directly. So after first I have to write vary directly. Vary directly. So this is a direct variation. Direct, very directly. Sorry, very directly. So this is a direct variation. let me write it properly, directly. So this is a direct variation. So here what I'll get, it is 33. I have to get how much? 11 by 3. So 33 by how much I'll write here? 33 by 9. 33 by 9. So in this blank it will be 9. It will be 9 because 33 by 9, if you cancel it, it will be 11 by 3. Same you will get. Here it is given 27. So how much I will place here? I have to get here how much? 11. So 20. How much I have to get? 11 by 3, no? 11 by 3. So here how much I will get here? What I will put here to get here 11? 297 if I put, I will get 33. So this by this equal to this by this, no? So the value will be calculated. What will be the value here? 27. And here what I have to put here? Check it by yourself first. So what will be the value here? This is a direct variation, so the constant should be same. So here it is 11 by 3, here also 11 by 3, here also 11 by 3. So here how to find out what will be the value? The easy way, since you know these two you can multiply and divide by 9. 33 into 27 divided by 9 will give you the value. It is 99. It is 99. Okay. Now here it is given 880. You know these two value, and this is single. Here is the blank. So the one for which you know both the values, these two you cross multiply it. 27 into 880. If to find this one and divide by 99, it will be 240. 240. I repeat again. 27 into 880. 880 into 27 divided by 99. If you do it, it will be how much? 99, 11, 3. 9 3 ja. Okay, then 11, 8 ja. So 380 ja 240. So 880 by 240 will give you 11 by 3. If you do it, you can check the ratio. 880 by 240 will give you the value. 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4, 4 4, 11 3. So since it is direct variation, y by x will be constant. Okay. First I have checked whether it vary directly or inversely. It is direct. 11 by 3. Here also 11 by 3 I got. So it is direct variation. So I have to find out the ratio of y and x. Ratio of y and x should be constant. It is 33 by 9. If you cancel it, you will get 11 by 3. 99 by 27. You will get 11 by 3. 880 by 240. You will get 11 by 3. Now B number. So B number. First I have to check whether it varies directly or not. How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So x by y. So here it is 30 by 6. Next it is 20 by 4. Next 15 by blank. Here it is blank. Here it is 2. Again here blank. Here it is 1. So first I have to check whether it vary directly or inversely. You see, for inverse, if you multiply 30 into 6, 180. 20 into 4, 80. So it is not inverse variation. Direct, let me check. 6 by 30. Direct means y by x. If to find out, when we speak about direct variation, you will find out y by x. Okay, so y by x, how much you will get? 1 by 5, 4 by 1, 20, 1 by 5. So it very directly. So the answer will be very directly. So it is how much you got? 1 by 5. So here what I will place? 3, because 3 by 15 is 1 by 5. Here 2 given, so here it will be 10 because it is 1 by 5, and last it will be 5. Clear? I repeat again. This to sum, to check whether it varies directly or inversely. For direct variation, y by x you will find out, and if it is constant for all, then it is direct variation. And if x by y equal x into y, sorry, not x by y, x into y equal to constant, then it varies inversely. So here y by x 11 by 3. If I do y by x 22 by 6, after cancellation you will get 11 by 3. So in every case you will get 11 by 3. So it vary directly. Here in this case, first I have checked for inverse, x into y. In inverse what we will do, x into y, 30 into 6 180, 20 into 4 80. So it is not inverse variation. Now let me check for direct variation. 6 by 30 1 by 5, 4 by 20 1 by 5. So it is 1 by 5 for both the case. So it vary directly. Here it is given 15, so I have to place here 3 because 3 by 15 is 1 by 5. Here it was given 2, I have to place here 10 because 2 by 10 is 2 divided by 10 is 1 by 5. Here it is given 1, so here it will be 5. Now C number 2C. 2C, what did they say? The box is x by y. Here also 5 columns you will get. 2C. So let me make the box. It is x by y. So it is 2 by 48. Next is 3, here blank. Here 4 by 24. Here it is blank. Here it is 16. Here it is 8. Here it is blank. So let me check for first direct variation. 48 by 2, it will be 24 by 1. And here you know both the value. Here one value is known, other is not known. Here both the values you know. So for checking I will take these two columns. For checking I will take this first and the third column because you know both the values. So if I do 48 by 2, I will get 24 by 1, and 24 by 4 if I do, I will get 6 by 1. So ratio is not same. Now I have to multiply. 48 into 2 96, 24 into 4 96. So it is inverse variation. So you will write first vary inversely. Vary inversely. So what was the product? The product was 96. So 3 into how much is 96? Divide 96 by 3. You will get it is 32. 32 into 3 is 96. 16 into how much is 96? 16 into 6. 16 into 6 is 96. 8 into how much is 96? 8 into 12. 8 into 12 is 96. So this is the process how will you fill the gap. Okay, first step to check whether it varies directly or inversely. If directly, then y by x ratio will be same, and if it varies inversely, then x into y you will get same value for all. You see, 2 into 48 96, 3 into 32 96, 4 into 24 96, 6 into 16 96, 8 into 12 96. But for checking which two columns I have taken, column number 1 and column number 2, to check whether it vary directly or inversely. Why? Because here both the values were given, here also both the values were given. First I have checked for direct variation. 48 by 4, sorry 48 by 2, 24 by 1, 24 by 4, 6 by 1. So it does not vary directly. The next is inversely. What I have done? Multiplication. 2 into 48 96, 4 into 24 96. So it varies inversely. So I have found out the other. D number you will take as homework. Take the screenshot. D number is your homework. Now we will go for 3 Roman 1. Question number 3. Each and every sums are important. So question number 3 Roman 1. What did they say? Y varies inversely as x. Y varies inversely. This very sign. Okay, proportional sign. Inversely as x. Inversely means 1 by x. So whenever you replace the proportional sign by equal to, if you give a constant, hope you have already understood this part, you will get y into x equal to k. In first case, y value given how much? 9 and x value 2. So this you can give as equation 1, y equal to 9, x equal to 2. Therefore, equation 1 implies y is 9, 9 into 2 equal to k, 9 to 18, 18 equal to k. So this is the value of k. Now you got the constant, k is constant, here you can write k is constant. If I forget also, you people write it, okay? K is constant. So k is 18 throughout the sum. So in second part, what if to find out y when x equal to 3? X value given 3, if to find out y. So you will write here equation 1 implies, equation 1 was what? Yx equal to k. Your y value given how much? 3, and k value you got 18. So your y equal to 18, 3 will come in the denominator, 18 upon 3, 18 upon 3, so it is 6. So take the screenshot. You can take the screenshot of this one. 18 upon 3, it is 6. Okay. So this is all about 3 Roman 1. Roman number 2, 3 Roman 2. 3 Roman 2, what did they say? 3 Roman 2. What did they say? U is inversely proportional to V. U is inversely proportional to V. Inversely means 1 by V. Here also replacement of proportional by equal to give constant. To mention here k is constant. Cross multiply it, u into v equal to k. Equation 1. Now you see u value given 12, v value 3. In first case u and v value are given. You can write u equal to 12, v equal to 3. So equation 1 implies, equation 1 is uv equal to k, value of u is 2 into 3 equal to k. So 12 3 are 36 equal to k. So here you got the value of constant. Now what given? You to find the value of u, and v value given how much? 9. V is 9. Equation 1 implies, so equation 1 is uv equal to k. Here you have to find the value of u, v value given 9 and k value how much you got? 36. So it is u equal to 36 by 9 equal to 4. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of this part. Okay, here it is equal to, you have cancelled it, equal to 4. Okay, first u value and v value was given, which will give the value of k. You can give as equation 2. Then u value is not given, v value is given. You have to find u value, so use equation 1 and solve the sum. Okay, hope it is clear. Now 3 Roman 3. So when you go for 3 Roman 3, 3 Roman 3, C is inversely proportional to D. C is inversely proportional to D. So C proportional sign replaced by equal to, then K, it is 1 by D. Cross multiply it, CD equal to K, equation 1. C equal to how much? 18. D equal to 2 by 3. So C value, D value you know. Here you can write, given here K is constant. You have to mention it, this is mandatory. Okay, C value given, D value given. Okay, since both the values you know, you will get the value of K, because K is constant throughout the sum. Constant means the one which will not change its value, fixed. So equation 1 implies CD equal to K. Put the value of C 18, D is 2 by 3, K cancel it, so it is 12 equal to K. You can give as equation 2. Next, what you have to find out? You have to find out D, and C value given how much? 6 by 7. You have to find out D, C value is given. So equation 1 implies CD equal to K. Okay, C value how much given? 6 by 7. What you have to find out? You can write here now D equal to question mark and C equal to 6 by 7. You can write before this D equal to question marks, C equal to 6 by 7. Why question mark? Because D value you have to find out. So C is 6 by 7, D you don't know, and your K is 12. So what you will do? You have to find the value of D. You have to find out the value of D. So 12, 7 will go in the numerator, 6 will come in the denominator. By 6 you can cancel 12, 6 2 ja, so 2 7 ja 14. So this is the value of D. Take the screenshot. Okay. Next, Roman 4. Roman 4, you see, if M is inversely proportional to M, if M is inversely proportional to M, 3 Roman 4, M is inversely proportional to M, M inversely proportional, inversely means 1 by M. So if you replace the proportional by equal to give a constant, here constant used is K, you have to mention here K is constant. Okay, multiply it, Mn equal to K, give as equation 1. Value of M and N given, M given how much? M is given 0.02 and N value given 5. Since you know both the value of M and N, you can easily find out the value of K, because K is constant. So let me write equation 1. Your M value is 0.02 into 5 equal to K. 5 2 ja 10, decimal before 2 digit. Okay, equal to K. Got it? Second case, N value given, N value given 0.2, you have to find out M. Now you have to find the value of M. M equal to question mark, N given 0.2. So M I have to find out, N is given. Equation 1 implies Mn equal to K. So M is unknown, N is your 0.2 and your K is also 0.2. If to find the value of M, so it is 0.2 divided by 0.2, ultimate answer 1. That means M value 1. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of this one. Just a minute. Roman number 4. What is the mistake I have done? Sorry. K value is not this one. 0.2 is K value, equation 2. It is 0.10. 0.10. So it will be 0.5. 0.5. Okay, it is 0.5. Clear? So take the screenshot. Okay, So this is all about question number 1, question number 2 and question number 3. So from 4 to 13 we will see in the next session. Note all this in your copy, all the sums. Practice thoroughly. Practice thoroughly, because when the school will reopen, you will find very much crisis of time, because the school may go in Sunday also. Okay, the administrator may conduct class in Sunday also. So you will not find time, proper time. Okay, when the school reopen. So practice all these things. Keep update. Okay, and don't waste your time. For today this much only. Next part we will see in the next session. Okay, and do subscribe the channel, then you will get all the updates which I do. Okay, you please subscribe the channel, then you will get all the updates which I do. I repeat again. So for today this much only. Next session we will go for rest of the sum. Bye, thank you, stay home and keep learning.